Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing very well. So today we are doing an updated version of a full face of NYX professional makeup. So a little disclaimer, I did purchase everything myself. I know in the past I have been sent stuff by NYX to test out because I'm part of their kind of like community, but I bought all of this stuff myself, and especially the new stuff I recently purchased on TikTok shop. So let's start off with primer. So the first kind of two products that I have are not new because they don't have new releases for them essentially. So first I'm going to go in with primer. So this is the Marshmallow Primer. This is one of my favorite primers ever that NYX have ever come out with, and I'm pretty sure I almost finished this, and I need to buy a new one really. I haven't had like a lot of time to film recently, and my skin has been really bad. Like in one of my last videos it was a lot worse than this. If you guys are new to my channel, I have rosacea, so I always have like a red face. I look like I'm blushing all the time, but it's just a skin condition that I have. I've had it for about like 7-8 years now, maybe longer than that, and I guess because of the winter and because of the change of weather, it's looking like a little bit worse, but I'm trying my best to kind of hydrate and kind of keep my skin looking good, and it's looking nicer than it has been the past few weeks. It's been pretty horrendous, but I'm doing my best to kind of get it going. So now that this is all settling in, like I said, this is one of my favorite primers. Like, you just can't beat a good moisturizing like primer essentially. So yeah, this is like an old favorite. So let's go into foundation. So this is not a new one. This is a buttermilk glaze, and I have the shade Vanilla Bean Butter. So I've used this a ton of times on my channel, and this is not a new product. Like I mentioned, this is their newest kind of like foundation-esque product, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to get this on. And because this is a skin tint, this is not going to be like super full coverage. Like, you can definitely see a lot of my kind of redness and stuff and all that pointing out. But the whole point of this tint is not to do that. It's just to give you like a nice little coverage. And I tend to use shade 1 and 2. So this is number 2, and number 1 is a tad more lighter, but it's still pretty good. So let's go on to blush. So I have used this blush before, but it's a new shade. So everything I'm using Onward is like a brand new product. So this is their fat cheeks essentially. So the first one that I have is like a lighter pinker shade, and then when I was on TikTok shop, the 2 new products that I purchased didn't accumulate to free shipping. So instead of me paying for the shipping, I just added another product and added like a couple more pounds maybe to my basket, so it kind of girl maths it out itself. But this is in the shade Plum Pop. So this is essentially like a more purpley tone, and I have tried a purple blush this year by Kulfi, which I really liked. It kind of blended into more of a pinky tone, so I'm intrigued to see what this is going to do. So this is more of like a gel type of blush, and I really like the formula. And let's just kind of blend it in with a brush. And I think with these ones, they're more buildable than anything else. They're not overly pigmented like their powder, like their buttermilk powders essentially, but this is still a really nice shade. I think with this one you have to maybe add 1 or 2 layers. It doesn't help that my skin is extremely textured, so it's not obviously looking like the most amazing, but when it comes to like color, it is pretty good. So essentially, when I buy like these purple blushes, I am very scared that it's going to stay purple, but it actually blends out into a kind of pink tone, and I really like this. The first one that I got was more of a, I don't know, kind of more like a pinkier peach tone, which I still really liked, but I think this one kind of is a bit nicer. So let's go on to a new highlighter. This is super exciting. So this is their Buttermelt Sticks, and I didn't even know they were coming out of this until I was looking on TikTok shop, and then when I noticed that this product and another product that I'm going to use in a moment was brand new. So this is their, like I mentioned, their Buttermelt Stick. So this is a glow boosting stick. This is in the shade A Whole Melt. It's a bit of a weird name, but essentially this is a highlighter. So I'm very intrigued. So yeah, I'm super intrigued to see what it's going to do. I'm going to give it like a swatch. Ooh, that's very nice. I think I might have to just apply it onto the face, but I'm going to take it really slowly because again, my skin is so textured that it's probably not going to look that amazing if I just dap it all on. But ooh, Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I think they came out with quite a few shades. It's not like a ton of shades, but I think there's some very interesting shades as well. If I remember, I will put up some pictures. I am gonna just tap it in because I don't want it to just like, but I don't really want to look like the Tin Man, but it is looking quite nice. I think to get like a better look, I might have to use a more full coverage foundation next time, because when I use a tint, the tint isn't super full coverage. So for me to like actually see what a product looks like properly is probably not the best way to use a tint. So I have a brand new eyeliner, but I don't have like any new eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in with one by Revolution, naughty, but I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have an Epic eyeliner. So this is really interesting. So this is the Epic Inky Stick. So this is a cream eyeliner, and this is in the shade Robotic Red, and this is meant to be waterproof. And I'm very intrigued because I'm not very good at doing this type of eyeliner, but I thought, oh my god, that's interesting. But yeah, it just seemed really interesting at the time. So it's got like a little clicker at the bottom, which I didn't even realize. So maybe don't dispense out maybe too much product because it will probably make a mess. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and see if I can do some type of look. Let's see if this will... Okay, yeah, it's going up ever so slightly. I'm not going to take out any more because I don't want to ruin it. So let's see what this is like, and I'm going to hold my breath. Okay, I haven't done the best job, but you get the idea. Wow, this is super creamy. I like this a lot. And it's pretty pigmented. I mean, I was kind of thinking it wouldn't be as pigmented, like no offense, but sometimes these eyeliners are probably not the most pigmented, so I'm just going to do the other side. Okay, I am super impressed. I've not done the best job, but you know what? With my kind of lackluster skills, I think that has done a pretty decent job. I like this a lot, and I'm pretty sure this is like $8.99 as long as and the same as like the melt stick as well. So far NYX are coming out with some really great products. I've been really enjoying them this year. So let's go on to the lips. So this is the lip liner that I have used in one of my previous videos. So this is their lip lingerie. So I have the shade Hot and Heavy. So I have used this before, but it's got this little nice tip on the end for some precision. Okay, I must admit I did struggle just slightly getting that out because it seems like, I don't know, it's kind of gathered a little bit, but I did my best and I had to kind of get some on my finger. But let's go on to the last product. So this is another brand new product. So this is their Jelly Job. This is a lip gloss, and yeah, this is in the shade Jelly Filled. So they've come out again with a ton of shades on their TikTok shop if you ever want to get anything. And oh god, that's the applicator. This looks like a very jelly. Oh god, it's okay. It's a plastic applicator. That should be interesting. Right, let's give this a go. Smells kind of chemically more than anything. Okay, it's quite a thick consistency. Like, it doesn't leave that kind of stringy residue, which I like a lot. That's very handy to not have that. It feels quite comfortable. Maybe not add too many layers because it might get a little bit thicker as it goes along. But this is my finished look. Everything is pretty good. I mean, I might have to give this another go. Like, it does look really nice as a highlighter. I'm pretty sure it is a highlighter. Glow boosting stick. I'm pretty sure it is meant to be a highlighter. I'm not sure. This is really nice by itself. The eyeliner I like a lot. Again, I'm gonna have to be a bit more precise with the way that I do my eyeliner. I'm not very good at it. But I still think it's super pigmented, and I definitely thought it wasn't going to. The lip liner I think needs a bit more work. I know you have to shake it, but it really wasn't coming out as well until I had to like try and get as much as it out as I can on my hand. And then the lip gloss, like I mentioned, is pretty decent. It's kind of making my lips feel a little bit numb at the moment, so we'll kind of see how it goes because I'm not going to leave it on for too long, but I can probably feel like it's going to be quite moisturizing. So let me know what you've tried from NYX recently. Have you picked up anything? Have you not? Are you interested in any of these products? And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there and appreciate you sitting down and listening to me ramble on. I hope to see you soon. Bye.